All right, guys, let's go ahead and continue with steering up the pod Freedom Fusion automation. Thank you guys for allocating a little bit of your time. Today we're going to be moving forward with steering up the pod automation that is perfect for anybody who wants to um, grow their luxury pet brand and do so across multiple TikTok accounts. And if you guys have any questions, let me know real quick. But yeah, without further ado, let's continue where we took off. So last time we were focusing on several things. And let me just whip out the PowerPoint presentation just to kind of remind you of what we've been doing. So this way you kind of quickly understand where we at. So from the current slide, and I'm just going to quickly swap the presenter view. Okay. Uh, right now you could kind of see all of those different things over here. And I'm just going to take out a laser pointer. And let me just swap out the view again. So this way you guys have everything in one shot. Current slide. Swap the presenter view. Okay. It's kind of interesting. Let me do it again. Yes. So, okay. I think we're just gonna stick in this window, stick around in this window for now. So let's take a look. Okay, so kind of seeing the opposite side. As much as I want to do this on the other side, actually I could probably do it on this side. Let me just kind of duplicate this latest. I'm gonna do duplicate. Just gonna do the latest three. And what I'm doing is I'm just quickly setting up the display. So display is really gonna be this one. I'm just gonna add the display capture, and it's gonna be let me see, display capture, create new, and then let me just select, yeah, probably this one. Yeah, okay, cool. This is probably gonna be better if I just show you this screen like this, like so. Okay, cool. Latest three, and you guys could see kind of this content. Just gonna delete that. Gonna put it like that. Okay. From current slide, I'm just gonna swap the presenter. I think this is better. Okay, guys. So without further ado, we're gonna continue where we took off. Thank you guys for allocating a little bit of your time. And today we're gonna be covering a couple of elements over here. So what we're doing, and let me just kind of back out a little bit. So okay, so last time what we talked about steering up the pot and building this Freedom Fusion automation that makes it easy for you to get marketing angles directly in your iPhone. So this way you could be happy luxury pet mom over 40, um, growing your feudal kingdom, spawning money, that kind of stuff. But and we talked about, we got kind of far. And of course, guys, right now, what I wanted to do, I wanted to kind of show you how, like, we're going to continue building this AI avatar guided automation, but I wanted to kind of include where include the use cases for where you're going to be using those automations. So this is where it's going to be. It's going to be used. So steering up the pot of Freedom Fusion automation, it's going to makes it possible for you to get the marketing angles delivered into your iPhone throughout all the phases. Woohoo! So this is what it is. Freedom Fusion automations usage guide for how to use steering up the pot automation. So yeah, I'm just checking the volume just to make sure that you guys could hear me. And okay, anyway, the bottom line is, so steering up the pot, guys, it's a very good automation. You already know more about it, but we also finished building Sora 2 Prompt Builder. So Sora 2 Prompt Builder makes it easy for you to um, get this kind of a lot further with, it just makes it easy for you to generate the prompt, Sora 2 prompts, then validate them based on the virality, give you the virality score, and then this prompt would get injected directly into your iPhone, and then you could create a Sora 2 video with it, and um, then spice it up, and you use the following automations throughout all of those phases, throughout pre-launch, launch, post-launch phases, as you do in continuous systemization and scaling. So once again, guys, as you go on through each of those pre-launch and launch phase, you're going to be working also with workshops with different types of Freedom Fusion automations, like this one, live workshop blaster Freedom Fusion automation that makes it easy for you to go live. Uh, so this way, anytime you go live, you just you execute this live workshop blaster, and it blasts this workshop, and it ends up across multiple socials, and it increases your leads, helps moms get more viewers, followers, and customers, flexible and on the go. And of course, what I'm listing right now is just a few of our Freedom Fusion automations. As you navigate through all of those phases, pre-launch, launch, post-launch, continuous research systemization, scaling, and as you're building your TikTok shop, drop shipping, you're using those automations, including like BioSpy, Social Blaster. And of course, guys, the same thing. When you do that, just kind of remember, you're also going to be responding back to leads with your iPhone engagement machine. It makes it possible for you to respond to leads, and those leads going to be coming uh, into your system throughout all of those phases. And of course, now that you kind of got the idea, we also finished YouTube Sora 2 Mixer thumbnail builder. It makes it easy for moms over 40 to generate thumbnails for YouTube and mix them together with Sora 2 video and then blast them across socials. So the way it works is mom opens up CapCut and dictates which one's thumbnail to be, and it just produces the whole video. Now, of course, I didn't include the rest of the steps, but that's kind of, I still got to finish the slide. But the idea is relatively simple, guys. The rest is just a matter of us proceeding further. And exactly what are we going to be doing? Let's focus on this over here. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show to you the rest of what we're going to be doing. So right now we are going to be looking at ChatGPT. So let's cook up a little bit of ChatGPT content. So the first thing what we're going to do, we're going to continue focusing on steering up the pod Freedom Fusion automation, and we're gonna include that steering up the pod over here. Okay, so the first thing what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab this context, Sora to watermark. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a quick sequence diagram. Can you click on for Sora 2? So we're gonna do, let's for now just kind of continue doing over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a sequence diagram for Sora 2, and this is the watermark spicer. So this way you could kind of understand what's included inside of this automation. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, like, this is what you'll be getting on your iPhone, guys. And of course, this is what you use to squabble up together and spawn money. So um, what I showed you is I just listed few steps over here. They're on the phone, and it's inside of the Sora Sora 2 watermark remover. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna operationalize this real quick. So I bet let's go ahead and jump into Mermaid real quick, guys. And remember, don't try don't try to get to kind of do this on your own, guys. It's really difficult to do this on your own. Do if anything, build this together, guys. That's how it works. So it's just gonna be super easy. As you can see, here's the sequence diagram that we created, and of course, so the way it works is, so you're a luxury pet mom, and basically what you do, you launch the Sora 2 watermark Spicer, and of course, guys, the next thing what happens is, like what you see over here, you kind of see all those steps for what happens next. So all of those steps are nicely documented. So of course, guys, I will spare you from having to like analyze those steps in any shape or form. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna kind of take all of that and we're gonna copy that into PowerPoint like this. So we're gonna go here and let's kind of include the Sora 2 um, Spicer. So we're gonna do this watermark Spicer. So we're gonna duplicate like this, and we're gonna just remove this, and this. There we go. So now this way we could kind of do it like that, and like this. Sort to Spicer, like this. So this way you could kind of understand what this automation is all about. But basically, yeah, this one is a pretty good one. This one is pretty good one. If you want access to it, let me know, guys. But this is what it looks like. Now let's go ahead and I bet let me go ahead and paste that further in, and we'll remove that, and we're gonna do the same exact thing, guys, for over here. Okay, so we are just quickly operationalizing, documenting some of the information, and later on we're gonna offload this into centralized environment. So this way you guys could kind of see how all of those pieces come together. So right now I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this like this and like this. So this way you can kind of see all of those little steps like this. Boom. So this way you see the whole sequence diagram. Okay. So this is what it is. This is what it does. Now let's go ahead and operationalize this real quick, and we'll throw that into another slide. So like this, as such. There we go. And that's how quickly you operationalize some of those Freedom Fusion automations, guys. And what I do is I kind of combine it with a bunch of laser pointers, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So if I was to, right now from the current slide, I'm just gonna swap that out real quick, swap it out. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, professional, right? So that's how you quickly operationalize the whole thing. And this is how quickly you get those dots moving around. So essentially, you have a problem one, it feels like my brand is invisible, I don't know what to do. And then you solve the problem with this conversational sparkler, stirring up the pot Freedom Fusion automation. And the way it works is the marketing angles getting directed into your phone, they're getting infused into your iPhone. So once again, guys, you already know that I showed it to you before, but essentially what we do, we feed those marketing angles directly into your iPhone. And in the previous workshop, what we did, we built the interface using Stitch for the actual app. So this way you could see how all of those workflows end up on the app, but also you get the little avatar that pops up, and and talks to you and guides you through the whole process. Anyway, guys, I think you got already the idea. You pretty much know where we're going. And I try to show you, I try to remind you in every workshop what we're doing. So this way you can kind of get the mental picture of what we're doing. And effectively, once you understand the flow and architecture and the business model, you're going to be able to construct similar Freedom Fusion automations. So right now, what we need to do, we need to get AI avatar to talk to a mom. How the hell do we do that? So some of you will say, well, I mean, this is science fiction to me, Rome. Please tell me how. Guys, um, trust me, you're gonna get a lot of tea just by joining this channel. Oh my God, you're gonna get so much tea. But basically, here's what I kind of wanted to let you know. Like, as you're building your business, as you're building your feudal kingdom, your luxury pet store, you're gonna be going through those phases: pre-launch, launch, post-launch, continuous research, systemizing, and scaling, and obviously threat stacking. Throughout every process of this phase, you're going to be utilizing those Freedom Fusion automations, like steering up the pod, Freedom Fusion automation that makes it possible to get those marketing angles delivered into your iPhone throughout all of those phases. Because think about it, so let's say you start building a TikTok shop, and you'd be like, damn, I need to go ahead and get like 1,000 products from China. You don't want to get cooked and scammed by Chinese suppliers and get like the wrong products and like get totally like go bankrupt. We don't want you to struggle with that, guys. So what we do, we include different types of automations that help you minimize risk and help you make more sales. And of course, guys, this is stirring up the pot. I mean, this you already seen what this automation can do. It's kind of crazy, guys. This automation is probably one of my favorite. Um, you already seen it from my previous workshops, what it does, and in fact, I've described what it does over here. You guys kind of could take a quick screenshot of combination of it all. I call it a Sora 2 creative genius. This one is a bit insane too. Why? Because you could like I don't know if you've seen Sora 2 videos, guys, but literally Sora 2 is probably the most powerful tool I've seen so far that come out of OpenAI. And of course, right now what we're doing, we're combining OpenAI together with Google Stitch and using different tech stacks and iPhones and whatnot. But the most important part you gotta understand is that if you want to make any sales, you gotta break through the psychology barrier of your ideal customer profile. And to do that, you really need to have those marketing angles. So when I first whipped out some of those crazy automations that makes it easy for you to remove the watermark, to create a thumbnail, I was asking myself like, wait a second, that's all good and great. I could hide the watermark or whatever, replace it with my own brand, etc. But I need to do something better than that. I need to actually promote a product, promote a luxury pet product. But I want it to be consistent. And I don't want it to be like guessing. One day I'm typing one thing and the product looks like completely different. Um, it has to be brand ready. So, so to do that, I was like, I need to build Sora 2 prompt, and like, and I'm gonna kind of show it to you where I got the idea. I got an idea from this dude over here. Like typically, what we do, we snipe some of those creators, guys. We just snipe everything what they do, and then and like, let me just kind of play this for you, so this we can kind of understand it. So I don't know if you could hear this guy. No, you probably can't hear the guy anyway. So anyway, the bottom line, guys, go on. So basically, I'm just going to describe what he. You don't need to hear the guy. I'm just going to describe what he's talking about. But he got this prompt over here, and he built this bad boy in Bolt. Now, can we use Bolt? Sure, we could use Bolt. We could use Lovable. We could use Gemini CLI. We could use whatever, right? It doesn't matter. But the bottom line is, we're going to snipe this real quick and probably recreate it, but for us, for our luxury pet brand. Now, the cool part about it, about this thing, is that instead of like cooking your brain trying to figure out what to say inside of the video and then taking a risk, and if that video flops, you just wasted all the credits. Instead of all of that, we're gonna snipe this guy's prompt. Then we're gonna inject the prompt directly into your iPhone. So this way, you don't have to really think like what to say to Sora 2. You're just gonna have it. You're just gonna have that context pasted directly into your iPhone, and you're gonna have like prescriptive AI, prescriptive recommendations coming in into your iPhone with AI avatar just like communicating with you in real time. And that's first, that's what we are working on right now. This is kind of easy, what I just showed you, super easy. But yeah, let's continue where we left off. Yay. Okay, so let's continue where we left off. Right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to figure it out. Um, okay, so we got this, we got this. Uh, Now let's continue into Sora 2. So what we did last time, let's open up stirring up the pot real quick, and we're gonna build with the Firebase, etc. How much? Okay, we got ah, okay. So we got this thing over here. Last time we were able to get somewhere. We're able to do something, guys. We're able to get to the app. Okay, so we're able to create the app. Now, uh, I need to click on an app. Okay, let's build the avatar. Forget the app for now. Let's build the avatar. Okay, I'm just gonna say, okay, let's move on. Let's move on to the next page. Let's move on to the next phase of building AI avatar and communicating with moms over 40 as they navigate through each of the steps. Okay. This persists. Please contact Rich Eye. Okay, so something went wrong while generating the response. Okay, we're just gonna reset the whole thing. Probably ChatGPT is cooked. Right now it's definitely cooked, guys. I feel like that's what's happening now. Okay, how do I inject? How do I inject? How do I set up avatar now? AI avatar. Now with WebRTC and all that stuff that we talked about before. I see the app, it shows up in Google, etc. Where where we were able to connect it to Superbase, I mean to Firebase, Firestore. Now I want to make it work with Gemini Live API and WebRTC. Tell me the most simplest way to get that interaction going, to get that uh, interaction going between AI avatar and the app that we just built the front end UI for. Okay, so let's see what is going to come back, and we're gonna quickly hit it, guys. It's like, okay, it's taking a little bit of time for us to cook this up, and we're pretty much ready to go, guys. All of this is happening super fast, and yeah, while this is getting cooked, let me go ahead and hit you guys with this.
So he's in the T's and she's sitting on me. All of her diamonds are dripping on me. I met her at the bar, it was 12 or something. I ordered 2 more drinks cause tonight I wanted a little context if you care to listen. I find myself in a shit position.
So it's, we're gonna try to we're gonna see what's going on here. Simplifying WebRTC setup is getting cooked, so like it's taking a while, guys. So let me hit you with something, guys. So once again, guys, this is the setup that we got. So we got a bougie boss mom over here. This is right here. If I'm gonna swap that out, boom. So we got step 1 through step 5, the marketing angle is getting infused, and then this is what happens in between. And of course, guys, those steps are very easy to execute, but we're executing them in process of building the entire AI avatar structure. So as you guys remember, this is what our app looks like, and this is doom scroll to find TikTok video and then find viral comments, that kind of stuff. Then the rest is just smooth sailing. We already created a sequence diagram real quick for Sora 2 generator, and that looks pretty dope, guys. Now it's just and automation is already built, guys. It's available for our Thread Stack subscribers, but this is what it offers directly on your phone. Feel free to take the screenshot what it does, but and I already dropped the video for what it looks like. But yeah, so this is pretty cool. Now Going back to what I was saying. Today, let's go back to ChatGPT. Let's see, did that thing get cooked real quick? Oh my God, it's still simplifying the WebRTC setup. ChatGPT is toast, guys. ChatGPT is toast. Uh, Let me just restart. It's waiting. Just gonna restart this bad boy. I think that's the only way. Let me just uh, maybe the ISP is getting cooked. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. It's not loading. It's not loading. Okay, guys, look, this is what is happening right now. I'm trying to load this up. It's not working. So this is what we're doing right now. Okay, so this is, let's take a look. Let's swap that out. While ChatGPT is getting cooked, guys, this is exactly what we're offering over here to you for a limited time offer. If you want it, guys, it's $14.99. Now, this is what it covers. Throughout every one of those phases, you get to use all of those automations, and they will help you make money as you're building your luxury pet store. Now, of course, there are many different phases, but at the end of the day, guys, it's easy. All you need is a powerful company that helps you, and that's my company, my talent agency will help you guys, but don't get stressed out. This is our automations that I'm kind of listing right now. And of course, if you're stressed out, don't worry, it's okay. It's very easy. All you need is Sora to a mixer and thumbnail as your first automation to use it to create a bunch of videos promoting your product, and you just need to remove your watermarks. And of course, you also want to do this. And let me just kind of back out a little bit and jump into here. So of course, what you want to do is you want to be doing this. So essentially, what's the problem? The problem is, well, the problem is when you launch your brand, you have many different problems. It feels like your brand is invisible and you don't know what to do. Or moms who are always on a go can't always respond back. Moms who do want to respond back want to do it in the easiest and cheapest way. And moms rarely even get to the point of getting leads to come in the first place. Of course, all of those problems are indeed problems. And we solve those problems like this. And now what we're doing, guys, is showing you those automations, and we are showing you where we at with ChatGPT. ChatGPT is still being cooked. Okay, so what do we got? Oh, okay. So we got a little something. Let's take a look here. So today, oh, that's a lot of information it generated. Is that the latest one? Hold on, let me just see. Okay, if you want, I can generate the exact Cloud Run server file. Okay, so we need really need a quick testing for browser across NATs. Add turn server to your. I don't think I need turn server. Avatar lip sync. Okay, create a offer and attach streams. Okay, that's cool. We could probably do that. Then what is that? Cloud Run calls Gemini real-time, create session, and returns answer. This is a simpler deployment path because you do not need to host server-side WebRTC stack. The Gemini service handles SDP peer. Use when Gemini supports server-side session creating, returning SDP. Replace endpoint. Okay. So create a new endpoint. So minimal node WebRTC broker creates a server-side Gemini real-time session configured for audio text. Exchanges SDP ICE as needed and returns SDP. Okay, below is a minimal service skeleton for Cloud Run, node fetch, WRTC, server-side WebRTC. On a Cloud Run, you can avoid building heavy native module by using pure GS solutions if available. If not, you can instead call Gemini's REST real-time create session. Okay, what you need before starting your Cloud Run service down. A Gemini API key, service account enabled for generative language in real time. Keep the key server side only if you want maximum connection reliability across. Okay, we want that. Okay, so high level flow. So PWA Safari captures a mic. Yeah, and creates a RTC peer connection. PW creates SDP offer and posts at your Cloud Run endpoint. Cloud Run calls the Gemini. Okay. Okay, so we just gotta create an offer, and then what do? We have to create so a session configured and uses the server side to generate SDP answer. Uses Gemini real-time to accept an offer and return. So Cloud Run calls the Gemini real-time. So PWA creates this to the Cloud Run endpoint. Okay, then Cloud Run, so the container itself creates a session endpoint server side to create a real-time session configured for audio and out, and uses that service to generate SDP answer to okay, browser sets answer. Okay, so basically it's so okay, I think I understand it. uh, Amazing, you're ready to wire the live avatar into your PWA. I'll give you a simple pragmatic MVP that actually works end to end. Get your real-time AI voice plus avatar reaction with the browser minimal infra changes. I'll provide two things to answer so you can choose recommended MVP. Fast, simple, Cloud Run access AI bridge. PW opens an RTC peer connection, post offer to a Cloud Run endpoint. Cloud Run creates a Gemini real-time session and returns the SDP browser and Gemini connected with this yields real-time audio from Gemini and allows browser MAC to be sent to Gemini. Okay, yeah. This approach is, you ask, okay, cool, minimal if you want a slower but simpler fallback. No WebRTC initially. Cloud Run receive text and context calls. Gemini to generate TTS audio. PW audio animates avatar. I include short notes later. So if I want a slower but simpler failback. No WebRTC initially. Cloud Run receives text context calls to uh, calls Gemini to generate TTS. PWA plays audio and animates out avatar. I include this later. So I think maybe we could go with the short one. Below I give you, okay, you know what? Let's do, give me the sequence diagram for both MVP, fast and simple version, and the slower but simpler. So let's go ahead and do that, guys. It's taking a while to generate this. Wait. Gonna restart. I think ChatGPT is cooked, guys. Okay, let's go to sequence diagram that we're gonna be able to understand, guys. Okay, so the one we're looking at is the fast one. Even and this one is Cloud Run backend Gemini text Firebase store. Super low latency, okay. Cloud Run is lightweight signaling. So realistic, alive AI avatar, true conversation, low latency. Okay, I kind of like that. Low latency and um, let's see. Slightly more setup, turn SDP permissions. I don't really want to have turn. We don't really need turn. Requires Gemini real-time access. Some APIs still in preview. This version avoids WebRTC and streams great for working demo or fallback. The flow is request generate play audio. 1 to 3 seconds delay per turn. That's a very huge delay, guys. We don't really want that we don't really want that long delay. Each user input triggers a simple request, simply plays an MP3 and animates the avatar visually. No WebRTC, ideal when testing early or building demos. Not real time, harder to do live, inter interruption or back and forth speech. So simpler, huge second, medium, turn SDP. So why do I need turn? Why do I need turn plus SDP is since Cloud Run is on Google, is on Google, is on Google public. So let's see. It may be just because the iPhone is behind, is not on public, it's on Wi-Fi, and it may need to not do the not traversal. So let's see. Excellent and very smart question. That's exactly the kind of things most. Um, oh come on, like this is. I think we're falling into the future, guys. Where you, if you're not paying for ChatGPT Plus, you're getting cooked. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna include that like this, guys, like this. So we have it in our PowerPoint presentation. This is the path we're going while ChatGPT is getting cooked. This is the path we're taking for steering up the pot. Steering up the pot. So we're just gonna include this, this, and we're gonna include that. Okay. And we're gonna include this. We're gonna include it like this. And we're gonna include the context as well. That's basically what we need to do. Now context is going to be used in Google Notebook LM. So this is why I'm adding it here. We don't really want the slow version. We want the fast version, but yeah, we want the fast version. Actually, we're gonna put that. This is like this. Sequence sequence diagram for AI avatar for stirring up the pot for AI avatar infusion. Okay, so I think this is good. So we're gonna have this version of the TrueReal. Your browser mic streams directly to Gemini through WebRTC. So we're just gonna include that context over here, just to like this. This is good. This is good. Now, let's see what it come back with. So even though Cloud Run runs on Google public infrastructure and can be reached via HTTPS, so you don't need NAT traversal for HTTP. WebRTC is not HTTP. It's a peer-to-peer protocol that uses UDP streams and dynamic ports for real-time media. SDP description, um, session description protocol. SDP is not about firewalls or NATs. It's about negotiating how two peers, browser and Gemini server, talk. Okay. What codecs, what ports, what ICE candidates, network path, whether to use TCP or UDP. Cloud Run doesn't handle SDP automatically. Your backend must exchange the SDP offer between the browser and Gemini Live. That's why we use WebRTC offer endpoint. So Cloud Run acts just like a signaling bridge, not the media router. So now you may not need turn in your case depending on which sites are peers. Case A, browser. Case A, browser to Gemini. Google hosted both sites. Google's Gemini real-time endpoint is public and is designed to handle direct web RTC from clients. You just use their public ICE server, usually STUN only. Browser, your own WebRTC server on Cloud Run. Cloud instances are. So if we go through case B, where it goes proud to my own WebRTC server on Cloud Run. Cloud Run instances are ephemeral containers behind Google's load balancer. They don't maintain persistent UDP sockets, so you can't run a native WebRTC media player on Cloud Run directly. It's not optimized for that. If you ever want your Cloud Run service to be the media peer, you hit NAT firewall constraints and then need turn. In your intended setup, your PW talks to Gemini directly for the media stream. Cloud Run only handles session creation and off-token generation. This means um, you do not need turn. You don't need to host ICE servers yourself. You don't need SDP, but Cloud Run handles that signaling via offer and answer. Simplified flow in your case. So participant user Safari, participant Gemini. So as user Safari PWA, participant Cloud Run as Cloud Run signaling only, participant Gemini as Gemini Live API. So user to Cloud Run post send SDP offer. Cloud Run uh, to Gemini create session forward SDP offer. Gemini to Cloud Run return SDP answer plus ICE. Cloud Run to user respond with SDP answer. User to Gemini connect directly to UDP media, not over user Gemini direct appear. Okay, that's exactly what I thought. Why that we don't need turn. Not required since Gemini public and Cloud Run isn't doing media. Used for signal and authentication. So STAN, yes, provided by Google automatically to discover client public IP. Do you need it? So core to, okay. If you want, I can show you the minimum signaling code. Node.js for Cloud Run plus JS for browser. They will create a Gemini real-time session and complete the STP exchange. No turn, no extra service. Um, okay. Um, take me through the process of building STAN or STAN not necessary. Not necessary. So let's see. Even though it said necessary, I'm gonna see if this is something that we could cook up, guys. And of course, this is what we are doing. So as you can see, Safari PWA, the Cloud Run, post request is initiated. And of course, as you can see, it initiates Cloud Run backend, and then it just fetches user context from Firestore, and then it returns the user step data back to the Cloud Run. And then it just creates real-time session post with context, and this one returns, Gemini Live returns back the SDP and responds back answer with session. So Cloud Run is really like a container, obviously. So it runs and it responds back. So I mean, this is pretty cool, guys. We're moving forward. Um, Perfect. You're asking the right that's clear because understanding Stan versus Turn versus Gemini. I notice when you're using projects, it's kind of slow, guys. So I think ChatGPT is being buggy when it comes to anything with projects. But I like projects because everything's organized in one spot, but I don't like the fact that it's slow like this. Okay, so uh, where are we? So Stan session traversal utilities for NAT helps your browser to figure it out. What is my public IP and can I connect directly to the other peers using UDP? It does not forward media or handle anything. So do we need to build a Stan server? Nope, you don't. Just like I thought, guys. Just like I thought. 99% of the cases, including your, you can use public Stan server for free. For example, peer connection, Stan, Google 9. That is it. Chrome, Safari, and Firefox all supported out of the box. Google Stan servers are super reliable and ideal for MVP builds. They don't handle relaying. That's turn job. But Gemini servers are already public, so direct connection will usually work. The simplified stack for your case. So you have purpose, create SDP offer, you build it, yes. Host location, your device. Stan, find public IP, you build it, no. Use Google Stan. Passes SDP, Google. If you ever did need a turn later, let's say the future you, you run your own WebRTC media server, AI, e.g. custom AI voice pipelines, then you'd need to turn to relay media when UDP fails, but it's only if you're hosting your own peer, not Gemini. Users are restrictive, corporate or hotel Wi-Fi that blocks UDP. Okay, you can rent turn from services like or run your own code turn server on VM. Okay, use Google Stan only. Do not build Stan or turn service. Focus for connecting SDP exchange with your Cloud Run equal signal. Your web configuration like this. Okay, then handle SDP like this. Okay, if you like, I'll show you fully working index plus app.js setup that uses Google Stun and connects your PWS mic directly to Gemini Live. API no turn. Yes, but I want video as well to detect gestures from the user as well. And if user is smiling, if user is smiling, and if the user is smiling. For now, you talked about microphone. You talked about microphone only, but I want video as well. I want multimodal context in real time. So, okay, guys, I think ChatGPT is playing us big time. So, we could do something tricky where we could grab context from here and just like send it over to Gemini and work from there at a lot faster pace, or just pay subscription fee for ChatGPT Plus. I'm sure that, I mean, typically it shouldn't be that slow. Probably a lot of people using it, or maybe their servers are down, or like not performing best. Let's do Open Router. Man, like, what is going on? Models, Router, Mistral, docking process. Okay, okay, I'm building an app. Okay, we're gonna use super fast Mistral. Using app that uses WebRTC plus Gemini Live API. Can you come up with a script that would allow me to achieve this, and then we take this, we go to our PowerPoint, and we're gonna do this like this. Here's the script documentation. As you can see, a lot faster than ChatGPT, guys. That's called Mistral. But of course, we kind of butchered some of our stuff. So let's see Cloud Run backend. So client side, WebRTC client side. Okay. Cloud Run backend. Uh-huh. Uh, huh. let's just drop the notepad. We're gonna go here. This is my index current file. This is my current index file. And also I want real-time Gemini API. Okay. ChatGPT only still thinking, guys. It's completely cooked, guys. While Mistral is like crushing it over here. Crushing it and delivering all this info. Let me just say, let's do index.html. This is my current index.html. Microphone access, audio playback, session management, full implementation, start voice key features edit, backend, connects to your WebRTC and logs the conversation, handles and okay. Start voice, grant microphone permissions when prompted. The system will connect to your backend and establish WebRTC connections with Gemini. Speak normally, your voice will be sent to Gemini. Gemini responses will play through your speakers. The AI avatar's mouth will animate when Gemini speaks. Okay, make sure your Cloud Run service implements WebRTC and log conversation endpoints in the previous backend example, and replace the simple gradient circle. Add more robust. Okay, let me just add this one. This is my manifest. Let me just feed it my manifest. This is my manifest file, manifest.json. This is my manifest.json file. Here's an enhanced manifest for that includes optimization, better offline capabilities, and improved PWA features while maintaining your brand identity. Okay, I like that. So, okay, stirring up the pot, file handlers, microphone permissions, play Google. Okay. Edit multiple icon sizes for all platforms, included screenshots for app stores. Edit app categories for better discovery. Edit microphone and camera permissions. Included clipboard. Okay. Share target for receiving shared content. File handlers. Okay. Cool. Related application for Android iOS support. Create a screenshots directory with desktop and mobile screenshots. Edit a proper mic icon for the shortcut. Consider adding a proper maskable icon. Service worker. Update US to handle. Okay, let's do that. We're gonna add that file over here. This is my sw.js file. sw.js file. And of course, guys, there's an easier way to do all of this with Gemini CLI and Cloud Code and all of that, but I'm just showing to you manually at this point. Okay. Explicitly skip sketching WebRTC, WebSocket, and Stone connections, prevent interference with real-time communications. Critical assets cache during install, separate cache for static assets, runtime for dynamic content with network first strategy, API calls, fallback to cache to index. Okay, push notification support, notification click handling, client messaging for cache management. Okay, increment cache version number when you update assets. The server workers explicitly avoids interfering with our WebRTC traffic. Test of offline functionality thoroughly. Verify WebRTC works online. Your main app should request notification permissions. Okay. Background registered sync even with main when needed. Enhanced service workers provide robust offline capabilities while ensuring WebRTC connections work properly, which is crucial for Gemini real-time voice integration. Maintains all your existing functionality while adding significant improvements for reliability and support. Okay, I kind of like that. That's all in. Let's just put the Docker file like this. Of course, there's easier way of doing it through GitHub, guys, uploading everything to GitHub and that kind of stuff, and making it easier. This is my Docker. This is my Docker GitHub. I mean Docker file. This is my Docker file. Okay, so I think this is good, guys. I think this is pretty good. We're doing good. So whatever. Multi-stage. Separate build dependencies from runtime dependency. Reduce final image size by only copying necessary. Use non-root user. Use DOM init for proper signaling. Set environmental production. Web the base. Okay. Create a Docker ignore file to exclude unnecessary files. Okay. So this is going to be our Docker ignore. Yep. We're going to quickly ignore that over here. This is my Docker ignore. This is my Docker ignore file. Okay, so build with run locally, deployed to Cloud Run with. Okay, so we could deploy it locally. We could do this, configure Cloud Run to scale based on your expected web traffic. Timeout settings. Okay, now here's optimized Docker ignore file. Okay, so okay, so I think this is good. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do key improvements. Doesn't include any files needed for WebRTC signaling. Maintains all necessary configurations. Security, performance, index. Select files to keep. Make sure those files are not ignored. Okay. If you're using Firebase, you might want to keep firebase.json. Remove it from ignore list if you need in production. Okay, now give me entire zip file with all those files that you just recommended, so I can import them into folder. Import it into a folder. Let's see. I can directly. Okay, well, that's fine. We could do it like that. Okay, I think we're doing pretty good, guys. We got all of that stuff good to go. Now, how to use those files. Create a folder, stirring up the pod. Create each file with the content above. Add your screen file. Run npm to install dependency. Npm start. Stirring up the pod. Stirring up the pod. This complete set of files gives you production-ready PWA with WebRTC capabilities for your Web Gemini integration. The backend served with WebRTC signaling endpoints. Front end with voice assistant UI. Service worker for offline capabilities. Proper PWA manifest, Docker configuration, optimize caching. Okay, that's cool, but let's see. So ChatGPT got cooked. We're just gonna close that out, guys. We're gonna reopen ChatGPT. Okay, so we're gonna go to library. We're gonna go to stirring up the pod. We're gonna go open that up. Okay, minimal checklist. Okay. The remote video returned by Gemini will arrive as a remote video tracks attached to video ID remote AI. Practical tip scalability. Gemini Audio confirms and accept browser HTTP offer. If Gemini uses slightly different handshake, adapt server code accordingly. Turn not usually needed with Gemini's cloud. Browser support on iPhone supports WebRTC and PEEP on modern iOS, but expect slight differences in behavior. Minimal test checklist. Deploy updated Cloud Run with a motion endpoint environment var. Open PWA on the phone. Safari served from cloud. Press start live. Give mic and camera permission. Browser post offer cloud and return answer connection. Okay. Observe the face detection logs in Firestore under. Okay. If you want, I'll produce a single ready to deploy full index server file plus updated JAG contains WebRTC for offer emotions Firestore code and the exact cloud run deployment, or produce a single plus client script that you paste into your Stitch UI. Or produce a single plus client that you paste your Stitch. Well, so uh, let's see. We'll probably want to produce a single ready to deploy package that contains WebRTC, offer emotions, Firestore code, and like that. Content you can paste into your Stitch UI with media pipe integration. So you can test live on iPhone now. Okay, go with B. Go with B, and we of course got the Mistral output as well, guys. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna your Cloud Run signal stream exists at API base. So that part doesn't exist. I have the Cloud Run. I have the Cloud Run, but I don't have web RTC offer. Or at least I don't think I do. Huh? Okay. Okay, I think ChatGPT is being cooked, guys. We need to do something and not use ChatGPT anymore. It's too slow. But here's how to get those endpoints quickly inside your Node.js. So let me just give it index.js. This is my current index.js. All right, guys. I think we could probably do it quicker, guys. I mean, this is kind of pain in the neck to do it this way. We could probably just switch us over into Gemini CLI mode and just do this quicker. Perfect. You already have serving your static and health check. Now you just need to add the API. You can modify your current index like this. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna take this. We're gonna index like this. So we're gonna copy. Just quickly. Boom. Okay, it's missing. Kind of sucks. Okay, let's do it like this. File save. So we're gonna call Gemini Live API. You already have Express serving your static and health check. Now you just need to add the API. Destroy and run a simple fetch from your bit to curl. Once this works, your phone can communicate around to for live weapon signal and send a motion gesture to wire and put it relevant. Okay. CMD, CD, tearing up the pod. Okay. Now let's see this one. Give me one liner. One liner for this. I think it added extra context in the other window, guys. So that's why I went ahead and I repasted it here. Okay. Yay. Okay. This is what we got. file I got. This is the URL I got back. Okay, so since your index only serves static, it doesn't include WebRTC over motion endpoint right now, visiting that you will only show static URL. Next step to connect AI Avatar plus Gemini Live API plus WebRTC. Okay, indeed it still only shows static UI. Next step is to connect AI Avatar plus Gemini Live to WebRTC. But what about this one? SDP offer. Test your input to fetch call from your PWA to curl.